Boom! Guys, are we good? How's the lighting? It's a bit dim in here, I think. Tell me if we're good. Tell me if we're on the same page. Go ahead, break that down for me. It's a beautiful, I love to have a pen in my hand. I've got that, what's his name? The guy on CNN, on The Daily Show. What's his name? Jon Stewart. He's always with the pen in his hand, you know. It's like a prop is what it is. Guys, it's a beautiful Wednesday. Is it Wednesday today? Huh? Tell me if it's Wednesday. Tell me. Go ahead, tell me. And do me a favor, guys. I know I did initially, I said 15:35. That didn't work only because I've got a story and there's a legit reason why I didn't show up on time. And I'm about to share this. Hey, Friday, I'm about to share this with you. As many of you know, I have two offices here at Simoson Building, located on 8585 Simon Moy Lane at Simoson Building. I have a smaller office, which is this one. Okay, initially I used to use this as my primary office to conduct my business here at Simoson. But then, you know, over the years, I sort of started using it as a little studio, you know, where I do my broadcasts and things. And then I have a slightly larger office, which is down the hall. And I like the maroon tie. Do you really? Well, thank you. This always throws people off, the reflector. Well, I'm going to start vlogging here in a few minutes. And I just don't like the hassle of having to take it off and then putting it back on. I can't stand that. I would just rather have it on all the time. Always on, always connected. What was I saying? I was saying something. And so what happened was, because I was in the slightly larger office, there are two ladies here who make sure that the offices are clean. They make sure that they cook our food. If I want some tea or coffee, the ladies here help us with that. Well, they clean the offices, and one of the ladies that does that put the keys where I don't usually find them. So I couldn't find them, and she was out on an errand. And so I had to call her and say, look, I'm about to do a live. Where are the keys for the small office? So she says, I'll be there in a moment. You know, she couldn't hear me. She was in the market somewhere. And so I had to wait for that. The moment she shows up, I walk in and I do my thing, and here I am. I'm not sure if that's a legit excuse to you or for you, but it is for me, because you know why? That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Somebody says, sure, no problem. Hey, Daniel. Guys, let's talk about it. And before I do, please do me a favor. Please share this live with somebody that you think would be interested in this conversation. I keep telling you this only because it's true. I have something else to share with you guys that may not be disturbing for you, but it's sort of thrown my day off balance, and it's this. My watch. I think I left my watch in Livingston. I'm not sure, but I think I did. Don't ask me why I would leave my watch there. I have no idea. And I love that watch. This morning, I'm fumbling around looking, and I said to my wife, I said, have you seen my watch? She said, why don't you just check where you always put it? I checked, it wasn't there. So she says to me, maybe you left it in Livingston. I said, honey, why would I leave it in Livingston? She says, I don't know. I mean, why would you leave it? Why would you leave it in Livingston if it is there? So guys, I am totally discombobulated today, only because I don't have my watch. And I depend on that. I do. I'm not sure about you, but that I do that. I need the watch. All righty. Share the live. And hop on here real quick. Apparently it's a holiday tomorrow, May Day, 1st of May, holiday tomorrow. Are you doing anything? Are you going anywhere? What have you heard? Over here at Simoson, we do what we do every single day, and it never stops. Okay, it is like, it's a never-ending story. Guys, I keep telling you, you don't know what it's like being me out here for you. It is an up at dawn, pride swallowing siege that I will never fully tell you about. Tell me in the comments if this broadcast is clear. Tell me in the comments if you can hear me. I'm using my lavalier mic, which is connected to my Rode wireless go-to. Okay, it's connected all the way here, and then I've got my transmitter. Do you see that transmitter, mate? Can you see that transmitter? Yeah? Yeah, that's what it is. So I've got it on a little tripod thing there. All right, let's get into it. Guys, as many of you know, Munir Zulu has been convicted. He hasn't been sentenced yet on this second conviction. He's been convicted again. Let me take you back a bit just to give you context. Munir was first convicted on charges of gross defamation, and I think they called it criminal libel. Munir is the member of parliament for Lumezi over there in the Eastern Province. Now, to give you context, Lumezi district is a tiny district. There are less. Are you sitting down for this? There are less than 160,000 people that live in Lumezi. So here it is, you've got this guy, Munir Zulu, who presides over a tiny, almost minuscule, okay, that's using the word minuscule conservatively, a minuscule constituency that only holds less than 160,000 people. This kid, the first time I heard about Munir Zulu, talk about someone that literally straight out of the gates was so overly ambitious that the very first interview he gave, I watched him on, it might have been Diamond TV or Prime TV, correct me in the comments. It was one of those, and he was being interviewed. This was a short time after he had just been elected over this little tiny minuscule constituency. Now keep in mind, I gotta say it again, and please forgive my repetitiveness, but it bears repeating. Less than 160,000 people that reside in this constituency. Munir Zulu wins as Member of Parliament. The very first few interviews that he conducted on television, guess what he said? The interviewer asked him, "What are your ambitions?" The very first thing he said, "I want to be president of this country." You want to be president of Zambia? You have just recently been elected. You were a brand new Member of Parliament over a little tiny constituency. You're given a national platform to conduct an interview, and the very first words out of your mouth are, "You want to be president?" The gall, the audacity. I mean, I've heard of being ambitious, but that's ridiculous. Learn to crawl before you walk. Learn to walk before you run. Learn to run before you sprint. There's a sequence, guys. In America, there's a famous saying, every senator, every congressman that wakes up in the morning, washes their face, and looks up in the mirror is looking at a potential president. But that's after having served. That's after years of service to your community and the people you represent. Not these fly-by-nights who have just been recently elected as the MP. And the very first thing out of your mouth, "I want to be president. I want to be president." That's all you think about? If that is what is first and foremost on your mind, if you as a newbie, I mean, forget parliamentary procedure. If you as a brand new Member of Parliament, green behind, wet behind the ears, no experience. What's going on here? Oh, man. My battery's flat. Oh dear. Sorry, guys. Oh man. Why has this happened to me? I should have made sure my sorry guys. My gimbal's flat.